Gronholm the session win. It's Baby who gets the inside line, loses the handbrake, maybe slings the car through the gravel, gets spun round, going to go backwards into the wall. Over the gravel trap on the outside line, multiple cars. Carlson drops back into P6. Oh, 3 cars out of the wall. Carlson is out. Launched Brinderson row 2 straight underneath Gronholm. He's going to be our keeper. Going on the outside line here. Contact between them. Oh, Bolevski's off on the outside. Gronholm, the rear of the car, gets cooked up. Evshin and Bolevski, great start. Christopherson, he said he'd nailed the starts. Had they nailed that gearbox, it probably looks like they have. Brinderson goes round on the straight. Contact between him and Bolevski, off backwards. Got to out-drag them down to turn 1. Yeah, it does, easily. Oh, nicely done. Little nip on the bar. All the carnage behind him, and that is the ticket that Baby needed. He's OC Baby as well, Baby, dicing with that barrier that he hit yesterday, rubbing a tyre down the side of it. Oh, no, round goes Kaliakowski. He's gone right to the back of the pack, looking up the inside of Ola Henry. Steinsold, contact between them. Steinsold, oh, almost held on, not sure about in P2, and I think Sempelar is going to take that last position. Enlund takes him out of the line. No! Oh, Enlund's got really naughty on the last lap there. And a line and off the line. Oh, straight in. He did that Simon Tiger before, and they got in trouble for it. Oh, up in the first corner, contact. The Mercedes ends off to the side. Absolute carnage. Ryler gets collected. Venaline and goes through.
Enlund. Oh, Enlund has a big moment. Oh, that's a big hit into the wall.
That's a huge crash. That is an absolutely huge crash.
Far away through, but just not finding the gaps. Looks to the inside, coming down the hill. Fortunately for him, Hattemar gets alongside. Oh, and a bit of contact, Hattemar.
Oh, might take the lead here. Crossed up, getting a squeeze on into the barrier on the inside. It's all gone horribly wrong. Who's going to come out there? It's got to be a red flag. They're on the racing line.
Oh, he picked up a bit of understeer in turn 13.
No, he lost the rear front.
And then, yeah, but it put him offline. So yeah,
I'm glad you're okay. We'll fix the car, don't panic.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, I'll explain when I get back.
You can see the swimming pool.
Oh, just rides the yellow curve too much.
Through Mirabone, as I say, lost the rear, sliding around that right-hander, and there's Sainz doing exactly the same thing.
The angle as we had the shortcut, and I tell you what, the stewards will be wanting to know why.
Could be a completely different day if the weather forecasters are right, and I hope you brought your rain jacket, because
that's the bit where you snatch the front brake.
Gate on, the car just didn't turn, crashed into the hairpin.
and hitting the barriers as well. Lance Stroll in of budgets, but it let go, hit the Armco, spun around.
What happened? So it just turned right, and almost like when he lifted off, engine braking almost.
Yeah.
Track conditions that Group B will have has been done by the entire field, and Dragovic clobbers the wall.
Where do we stand then if Lawson's time ends up being the fastest of the entirety of qualifying? Would be my...
Hughes, he's all action right now. Oh! And that's horrible. That's a big crash. He'd been on the limit all the way through. He'd been into the barriers before.
And that's what sends him towards the wall, look.
Yeah, there you go. So he's in places to watch motor racing in the world, but of course, no runoff, no get out, and a big job for Van Amersfoort Racing to do. Going to the inside and trying to rescue his weekend. Yumo Oasa diving to the inside. No safety car. That's a quirk caused by Monaco in 2015, and that's Cordial. Corner. Let's have a look at what happened. Is this going to be Liam Lawson trying another move? It is. And the rear.
Okay, P2, that's a good job. I'm sorry, guys.
Here's, as we take a look at the replay, not the ideal start for Paul Aron. Oh my word. That was out of nowhere, just at the car of Santiago Ramos. Oh, he wasn't even over the curbs, it was just before. I think it was just... And was now watching, this is Delano Van Hoff making his way. So this is heading into the next left. He just lost the rear heading around Massenet. And you head around very, very quick around that particular corner. And as you can see, all representing MP Motorsport. Oh, wow, yes, he did go down the inside there. Maybe a little bit late on the brakes. And unfortunately, here at this point, of course, they would have liked to have seen Roman Belinsky, I believe, challenging later on. Here's the replay. Now, this was Matteo Capietto's crash, and this was at the back corner, heading through the fast left-hander. And we'll just take a closer look, and I think there might have been a bit of contact there. And looking further up, you can just see
straight into the side of the wall. That is a rookie error, I'm afraid. Aaron Mason, I don't know if he was carrying a problem there, but what happened here? Oh, well, this was Lauren Heinrich, the junior. Beavers in. Well, let's find out what happened to Harry King. Lost it coming into Massenet and just couldn't rescue it, unfortunately, into the barriers there. That's a real shame for him.
An interesting situation there. You saw Scott Dixon had pulled out on Devlin differential.
Oh,
spin! Oh, Dalton Kellett in the turn one wall very hard.
First crash of the month of May, and it's a big one.
Wow. I don't know, he would have seen him before he hit him. He would have thought you would have seen in your mirror if you're Ferrucci. Ferrucci, the only driver running that limo tint.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, he almost got it. Wow, went up and over. Front end just got a little bit up in the air. The wind caught it.
Wow, big gap between VK and Alex Palou. Just got loose down in the middle of turn 2. Wow, fireball as the gearbox explodes. Just loses it. Looks a lot like Rinus VK in a very similar spot.
Much earlier in the corner, it seems like he lost the back end.
Driver the 28 was dealing with, and like we've seen from VK and Ilott, the two drivers that crashed earlier, the rear end just steps out in traffic, and that is a massive left side hit.
Wow, that is big.
Wicked wiggle at the apex of turn 4. That could have been
turn 3,
even worse. Sorry, 3.
He stopped in turn 4 because of the speed you're carrying. And I'll tell you what, guys, once you hit the first time and get rid of that.
Whoa!
The car went all the way around so early, it was a completely forward impact. Oh. That is one of the worst angles to hit.
When the TRD
absolutely T-boned
by is that the CP Racing Mercedes?
It looks very much like the 89 car, the 85 car, excuse me.
Car 21.
Looking after our TV colleagues as well for the race. Another contretemps at turn 1 a moment or two ago. Yeah, red and white curbs. And he just lost it on his own, pinched it with an older Golf. And that's actually quite a big accident for the...
What, you do this once? No, you do it 18 times. What, you do this once? No, we do it for a whole day.
Now, was there a close moment for Vincent Kolb a moment or two ago? Just a bit. He's ended up on the grass on the Hatzenbach and clangs the barrier once, twice, and that hauled him into the scenery.
Just clipped the Cayman, didn't it? Yeah. It's I'll be amazed if that hasn't done something on the steering arm on the front left again. So it's going to Bergberg. Bergberg, yeah.
And 2 into 1 does not go.
No, and unfortunately the Porsche has come off significantly worse there. It's just turned it around 180, but it's gone across.
Yes.
And again, contact with an SP6, and the Mercedes have got its way through, but it's a fast part of the circuit.
Car. That's just after Flugplatz, heading up the hill. You put in, touch. A moment or two ago, Patrick Pilet is in the barriers with the left rear, having had a...
lower class BMW. I don't know quite what's happened there. He's turned. I've got to say, I'm sorry, that BMW was keeping out of the way. I think that's
And a moment or two ago, there was some contact coming out of the first corner as well, and that was a spin, in fact, off the road. And already, before it turns the corner, is backwards and does indeed rattle the barrier several times. Cup 5 now has a couple of BMW M2s in it.
Hotspot taken out. And
wow.
Big accident as the Rower BMW.
Whereas, this year wasn't the case.
Just watching a couple of cars. And a touch for the man-side Porsche. This is going to go into the barriers hard. And it has done at the Tiergarten.
John, that's the brothers.
And an 8th win for Olaf Meinteich. There was a tiny little touch there through that right-handed portion as they were coming up the hill. Good job by one of the Get Speed.
Does the clamshell help or not? Because you really want just a conventional door to open and roll out, whereas the canopy needs to be lifted up and away from the car, and it's always going to be a bit of an awkward exit from one of these cars that are...
most extraordinary scenes here, and it's really steep, that hill, isn't it?
It is.
Which is why it picked up speed so easily. Mercifully, it did go across to the right-hand side of the track, very narrow strip of grass there, and it actually clattered off the wall hard enough to turn it 90 degrees left, which, okay, it's damaged the car, but it's nearly taken out a Porsche on the way. A Cayman just gone through thinking...
It came to a halt. This is the man who was running in...
The sparks were not...
Oh, it's come off.
The sparks were not something that was normal. There were lots of sparks happening on the right front. I think he's had some kind of a failure on that right front, which is...
Possibly a puncture. Speed, so he just looking coming out through turn one. They come through the road unpleasantness, the nastiest left-hander in the history of the world. But before that...
Monitor the replay. The Cayman says indicates to the...
Oh, on the Grand Prix track. And what happened there is they're coming through, I think that was the Michael Schumacher S, is the...
It's Picarello in the 44, not Pile. Pile's in the 33. Oh, we give him a second tap to spin him around.
Wasn't enough to hit him once.
Nico...
I'm just wondering whether possibly the 44 car then had an incident whilst recovering with the Opel.
He's right down at the bottom of the hill at the Goodyear hairpin, and he's had a little help from one of the KTMs. I think that's a 116 car, actually. And that has eased him.
BMW Junior team, the BMW M4 loses it.
Big time.
Yeah, and there's just no runoff. I'm not quite sure where that is. Yeah, very much. Another car off, and it's an Audi. It's the number 16.
Marco Sorensen and Nicky T from the Aston Martin. Oh, there's another car involved, though.
Yeah, wasn't a harmless spin. He was helped round, wasn't he?
Yeah. So the lead has gone through. Oh, and that's quite a big smack into the barrier, actually, leaving the road at Schwedenkreuz, where the car is on the ragged edge.
And the car does shoot off to the right-hand side of the car. Heavy contact with the barrier. Pretty much very, very close indeed. Those marshals on the entry to the Tiergarten have had a very, very busy night. They've been hit by the
things. He's made contact multiple times with the barrier.
Oh, he's taken too much curb. It's the 1-2-2. It's the teammate of the 1-2 who took too much curb, trying to avoid.
They've had, Johnny, I'm not really a follower of Bundesliga.
Now, the moment for the Max Cruiser Audi was coming through Wippermann, Flansgarten, and he certainly has had big damage.
In these drying conditions.
I know opinions are going to be divided on this, but I've never been a big fan of hand-cut slicks, especially on a circuit like this. I don't see the advantage. I don't think there's a long enough use for them.
Coming through Galgenkopf and just washing out at the very last moment on the last part of it. I wonder, Peter Snowden, if that was a left front puncture.
Okay, schauen wir nochmal hier die Wiederholung aus dem Bereich Schwedenkreuz, was da passiert ist. Erste Kuppe Schwedenkreuz. Wir sehen da oben den BMW und den Alpha. Blaue Flagge ist draußen. Und dann auf der Kuppe die Berührung. Dann den BMW jetzt bitte nicht einschlagen. Genau. Ralf Schall auf Platz 3 im Moment. Ansonsten viermal Porsche unter den Top 5. Platz 6 schon mit. Ui.
Ja, da gab es untereinander Ungereimtheiten mit der 211.
Das siehst du auch. Du siehst richtig diesen leichten Schmierfilm. Extreme Vorsicht, zu Vorsicht oder zu wenig Vorsicht gab es bei...
Und ja, ich meine, das ist ja auch das, was wir wirklich die letzte Zeit gesehen haben, dass wir nach dem Qualify oben vorne teilweise sogar 5 C-Kadetten stehen hatten, je nachdem.
Unterwegs gewesen ist. Also da gab es hier ein geradeausfahren, ein Einschlag der heftigeren Art und Weise in die Leitplanken hinein, Fahrzeug vor 141. Olli, hier noch einmal die Entwicklung.
Schade, ja, der Opel kann da überhaupt nichts für. Die 33.
Two Argentinian all-in-call teammates. Been very evenly matched, but you... Oh!
Here's Huffy.
Oh! And that is the end of his tilt at pole.
to get into the same area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. 6
BMW M2s, and it was indeed Van der Poel as Johnny.
It's really a pure racing incident. There's no malice there, and it's just an unfortunate. Oh, the timing of that is so unfortunate. Potentially cold tyres. Might not have new tyres, for example. Big lunge there from Igo on Barland. That was the most clumsy incident.
And we think it has hit these tyres. Oh, yes, down at the chicane. So
He's been affected by all the extra air that's being pushed through it. That's a fairly big bit, as we see. That's going to be.
Whoa, no! What was that about? That was Sandy Mitchell.
And Callum Boysen also knocking at the door. Matthew Rees around the outside. There's contact. And Joel Granfors has absolutely gone. And a big moment as well for Luke Browning.
But it's Mark Warren who will lead them down into Redgate Corner on the opening lap of the race. And there's contact. One car sideways in the middle of the pack. That's the 57 machine. And he's collected heavily. The number 57 car then going around. Nick White trying to go from the extreme outside line on the track right down to the inside. And unfortunately, he wasn't clear of the car to his right. Underway. Oh, and Ramid stalls from the outside of row 1. There's another staller further back. Ramid gets away, and Akers nearly gets him, and there's contact further back. Cars on the grass. It's another messy start. Come out the other side. This is Hartley, who did he get punted there through Starkeys? I think there was contact. A full 360, and then loops it again. Other cars on the grass to avoid him. Julian Watling 7th. This is the incident. So actually there are 2 cars off there, and then it's a separate. Oh dear, oh dear. If that's not an unsafe rejoin to the track, I don't know.
Crowley, but man, he's an angry driver. He's behind the wheel, and we love having him. Oh, contact down here at the 6th turn, and that's a front wing come off too. It's the cars on the right-hand side of Cameron. Oh, and it's Mawson ploughing into the right front of the EFS.
Oh, here he goes down the inside, and there's contact. Macro turned around at the top of the hill. Experienced driver in Michelin Sprint Challenge history. Oh, that's a bit awkward. A bit of contact up there at turn 2. And he's had some speed on cold tyres. Oh, no, got into it. Madeline Stewart, contact between the 2 at turn 4. And it's difficult to start here as well, Fabian, because it's on an incline. You're rolling downhill, so you almost need foot on the clutch.
What's the background of the shot here? So the brand new Audi.
He is well wide as they came into that corner, wasn't he? Has there been a fail there on the right front or something?
Very odd that it would just steer off like that, wouldn't it? And scattering the bird life at the same time. Arrested in the gravel trap, and nice big soft tyre barrier there too. So it's on the way to 2. Garland, as he got into the back of the Stand Sport.
Oh,
Honda, he has. And we were just saying, weren't we, that Cody...
Previously very well known. Oh, and there's a clout there in the door. Jerzakowski goes round to the KCK.
that's hard. I don't know that that's Nash's fault. I just reckon it's run out of room there,
grass.
hasn't it?
It's got the grass.
Grass, exactly.
And at Sydney Motorsport Park, watch the Valvoline number 1 car coming from the back as we go.
Oh!
Already, that's Dalton and Morris.
In motorsport, I reckon.
Oh, he just absolutely knows where to position it. Policino's had a spin. Got a couple of wheels on the grass on the approach to turn 6, and just unfortunately had a bit of a spin.
Looks like he's tried to come up the inside. Lock the left side front.
And some synchronised spinning.
Yeah.
Awkward.
A little further off on the chicane. Now let's see what happened. Oh, he looks like he's gone off trying to avoid the Good Smile Mercedes. He missed his braking point by the look of it. So a big shunt into the barriers, just trying to avoid the Mercedes. I think he just missed. This is a replay under full course yellows. And this is, oh, they've gone into the back of the J-Lock Lambo. And that's going to be the Gainer Nissan tapping it into a spin up on the curbs. Oh, that's sloppy. That's sloppy.
130ヤード立ち上がりで接触がありましてのクラッシュは辻元紫音です。跳ね上がりまして大きなクラッシュになってしまいました。Por ahí intentando engancharse a ese furgón de cola de cabeza, nueva salida de pista de otro de los MP y ahora el accidente es el... Seguimos a Suleiman Zanfari, piloto del Yadida de 16 años. Cuidado ahora, salida de pista, el toque que llega.
Gelski.
Ahí lo vamos a ver.
Ahí no,
golpe. No así Iván Riera, que sigue decidido a irse a por la cuarta, su pase frenada. Hoy el toque con Albacete.
Rigtig fra start. Og her ser vi det igen. Altså, Philip han bliver...
Lad os lige prøve at se den igen, om vi kan se noget nyt herfra.
Ja. Om bil nummer 21 er indblandet, det er lidt...
Det var en god start, der var længere nede bag rækkerne. Der var så ballade, og det... Nej, det er så der problemstillingen. Så er det så Oliver Madsen og startnummer 90, Mathias Laursen, som...
It spun around getting into turn one. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. The weird thing was it must have knocked the brakes.
It looked bad, but it hurt. You're going to see right here again that tire blows out, spins around, driver's side first into the wall. Almost the exact same point that happened yesterday.
Tire, left rear tire.
On a block and on the bottom. Reddick tried to get underneath Suarez, and Blaney's around again. And he gets nailed by the 11. And it's the big one in turn 2. I was Coleman Presley with some good advice there. And here's the audio from the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Got up and into the wall.
This was almost exactly like Kyle Busch and Daniel Suarez earlier. Got close to the 47 and car came out from underneath of him, but I don't think he would. Suarez!
Briscoe got into the back of Suarez, and he gets pounded.
Dang it.
Buescher's upside down.
I think he hooked a drain. I think it rolled underneath the car, and that's what flipped the car. The upper A-frame was broke. The whole right front suspension dug in.
That was Todd Gilliland tried to go high and just didn't have enough room.
See, that right front wheel dug underneath the car, and that's what dug in and caused it to start flipping. Violent crash. Here he comes again.
Not clear, and around he goes. And the caution waves. Into the bobbles just a little bit.
Oh, now he's on the outside. Chastain's got him. 4 wide. Oh, they're wrecking. Unbelievable. Did the caution come out?
They get the
Yes.
white?
No.
Caution before the white.
Caution. We will line.
2. Oh, lost the front end. That was interesting. Usually you see guys just really try to pull the wheel down. Well, that was strange looking. Did the tire go soft?
Yeah, it looks like the 44 car was kind of down a half a lane compared to the 34 car that was in front of him, and the 26.
This will kind of give us our answer. No, I wonder, was it going down? 'Cause I'm not sure he hit the wall there.
Yeah.
And there you see, he's just having issues and they slowing down.
Yeah, he knew he had a problem, and he was just trying to slow down, and everybody else just couldn't.
The stage win, boy, I mean, he had been mired back outside the top 15.
There's a crash in the background there.
Yeah, I think the 99 did win it. It is confirmed.
Wow,
Let's give that
state Tyler Ankrum.
There is a nasty bump in turn 3 that just jumps up and grabs you sometimes. I think that's might have what happened.
And he got right into Ankrum. They were running in the top 20. You can see all the sparks off the 17.
Let's see the damage.
Hits the wall again.
So it looks like the old school just pinched, not really knowing the guys on your right recorder. Now, this is a bad spot for a spotter to try to see it out into turn 1. They're going away from you, but running the bottom. Oh,
Right front went down.
So Andy J in the wall. We had a nice battle for
side of your screen. That's Brian Doza in the 57. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but watch this. he's going to run into Daniel Dye as if Daniel didn't have enough problems from that earlier incident. And now he has more damage than he got from the first. Sure has the look of a right front tire going down.
He confused me a bit because the last name on the windshield's Melton, so I didn't want to say the wrong name, but it's
Here we are then looking from the outside. Yeah, it is turn 4. Materazzi, the front end just going on in there, Simon.
To pull it back. If you watch here, he wants to pull it left, and the front says, nope, I've had enough, I'm not going left, I'm going straight ahead.
Yeah, this is coming into the...
Zarko must be right mid-turn, wasn't it? Just he's picked up the gas and lost the front. Wow.
Yeah, that was coming through turn 12. He's just being tailed here by test rider Michele Pirro. It never got settled, did it, on the way in at all. Thankfully, just a couple of spins around on his back.
Does that get you the results that will probably be more expensive, or is it to bring rookies through?
Paul Espargaro, of course, is in 8th on the Repsol Honda, so he's upholding honour for the factory Honda team. Whoa, Bastianini! He's down. Well, he did his best to save it. How long did he hold that up? I don't know why we even sound surprised by that statement, Simon, because, Bastianini again. That's Bastianini, that's the second time today. The red flag has been thrown. Look how quickly this snapped away from him. Oh, big whack on the left shoulder. As Simon said, look at the front tyre. To have major surgery, a 4th major operation on that damaged humerus bone, and now Paul Espargaro's Repsol Honda goes, and the beast blows it again, losing the front going into turn number 4. Badly damaged. That's the
slow down. Unfortunately, he just went too wide. Oh, and he across the gravel and decked it. That's not what you want to be doing. Oh, Sean. Fortunately, he managed to save himself from any sort of injury. More than abrasion. I mean, that's wow. That'll do it. Yeah, proper scuffed through. And, well, we're looking at Vietti. Oh, he had a save. Oh, wow, what a save! Oh, dearie me. That's what happened then. Rodrigo unsighted.
He's a little unsettled on braking coming in here. And the front just tucks absolutely as he's at the midpoint of the apex there.
Pedro Acosta, your race leader. Canet follows him in. Doesn't follow him out though, unfortunately. Canet, he goes down. How decisive could that be? Of course, last time out.
His teammate tagged him.
Oh, that's not going to go down too well, is it? There was full. They've had a battle royale throughout that Grand Prix. And Sam Lowes, yeah, he's absolutely livid.
It's like we're watching an early Moto3 race here on this Friday afternoon. These FP2s, and Sasaki goes down, high sides out of the way, and Massia with nowhere to go. Bartolini, I think, also went down there as they all got caught up.
What exactly happened here?
Is he going to high side on the way out?
It was a high side. Yeah, nasty one then for Kaito.
You know, you've got all those changes of directions, which I've got to say,
early high side, and I think that's Alberto Sura who's up. Something happened on that Honda machine. There he is in the middle of your picture on number 19. The hand goes up. Furasata did a fantastic job to avoid him. He didn't run straight in.
We're going for the same piece of racetrack. Here we go. There's contact, I think. Yeah, contact with Tatsuki Suzuki as they go around San Donato. Suzuki with a look to his left, and he sees the 53 KTM lose time. Ricardo Rossi came through the last sector point ahead of him, so does Foggia get a little bit loose here? Yeah, there you go.
Dearie me, Foggia lost the rear then, coming out of Casanova and
Sibeli. Goes off.
Dearie me. Now here he is then, losing the rear, down through Casanova and Sibeli, a big old impact. And look at that bike just go through. Carlos Tatai did extremely well, so fortunate.
He's okay. We'll see them coming into the back of the picture. McPhee's gone down,
crashed.
Reminiscent of the incident we saw with Sasaki, McPhee's teammate, on Friday. He high sides coming out of Corantayo, and Holgado, teammate to
involved in an incident at the final corner. On the inside. Dear me. He lands heavily on that left wrist as well, doesn't he?
He could well go 2 seconds.
Oh, they've both gone down. Goodness me. Unfortunately, Roccoli did not see him there, and Cardelou's following his line. Through turn 1 with that whole shot, all cleanly through. Very easy done. Oh, we have a rider down at the back there. It's Casadei. Casadei's gone.
Gene of RV Aditama, so he looked good early on. He's dropped back a little bit, but it really is Casey O'Gorman and Gavin Plank who are looking. Oh, and we've got a faller there at the back.
That's Farioli.
Matt Buchanan is closing in on them dramatically.
This is and down it goes. Gone. It's too much. They're clearly going over the limit beyond that. For a second, splitting the two of them, but nobody else can do a 230 at the moment. Gorman's gone down. Oh, Gorman's down. down. He's thrown it away.
He responded. What happens here? Again,
the
it's
same
just that,
thing as Plonk nearly.
Yeah, that's right. And Casey, you know, that just.
Here's what happened. Oh, and he's lost the front end. Oh my goodness. So now the season in Estoril. Here's what happened to us. Oh, Sharil, same place as Buchanan went down, but he lost the rear.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He lost it on the way in. I can't believe it.
That was a heavy
58 just coming around his outside there, and Casey O'Gorman moving up. Oh, he's gone down. He's moved up and down, and that's it. His race is over.
So here is the onboard camera from Aslan Shah. That doesn't really tell us what happened. It just loses it, doesn't it?
Yeah, we thought perhaps Yuki Ito was in the same incident, but he's back. He will, given the number of riders there, as we just see what happened. Nobody really in danger there from that mistake. He did it on his own. Let's see what happened. Oh, I think that's where the front goes light. I'm not really sure what happened then. As he tips in here, the front folds, and off he goes. All credit to that team for coming and having a go.
This is a 2 and 6. That's a fast crash.
That's quick.
That's about 160, 170 kph around that turn.
There's an egg beater.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Andy Farid is the heart.
Who was that? Oh, and he's down.
Is that Azroy Hakim? Azroy Hakim Anwar. On just getting the right line. Andy Farid nice and tight, and Ibrahim slides off.
Absolutely, he's. I called him gritty earlier on, and he definitely is that. But this is the. He's one of the nicest guys in the paddock, and I had a chat with him on Thursday, and I said to him,
sliding off there.
Huge moment there. I think that was one of the Idemitsu bikes. Oh, that's a huge crash there down at turn 3.
In the Super Bowl was him being given a piggyback back, looking very sorry for himself.
Two go down. Is that Afif? Group Ahmed Afif Amran is there. 27 is Shafi Grosley. That's Shazras who comes off.
The grass, so yeah.
Let's see what happened here. Did we get a clear?
Yeah.
Oh, so I think he just ran off, but yeah, just at the end there, he just took a tumble.
Well, he just loses it. Oh, is he just clipped? Just caught.
Yeah.
Is he able to hold on? Tell you what, Ty Rudin, he's got. Ty Rudin taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go!
And that's Faris Felix Fleming on the number 10 bike going through. And there goes the rider. He locked the front there going, and it.
Moving very, very gingerly.
Early attrition, let's take a look. Ooh, he's smacked into the padding there at the side. Hopefully he's just winded.
Oh, Geiser off the side of the track. He committed to the jump. See, we're out of the final turn. Back end lit up and then just threw him down and high-sided him. Wow, vicious crash for the number 91. Oh, and he's off! Down hard! All of a sudden, Ferrez picks himself